Hey guys, Clone Guy here, and welcome to 2018. It's still 2018. Tomorrow is 2019, and well, for some of you, it might be 2019 by the time you're watching this, but this is the last video of the year, and we're reviewing the T32-A Proto. We're not going to be doing a full review like everyone else does, because you can literally probably just go look up, like, Captain Beardface, or Swindle, or anyone else who's going to get their hands on this tank, and they'll probably do a proper review. We are not going to. We're just going to be talking about the tank from experience. I've played 15 games, so clearly I'm an expert. No, just kidding. I will just be giving you my opinions, but we'll go over a couple of stats. First of all, it is a T32 hull. Exactly. Same tracks, same hull. However, this is the Pershing turret, which is, not turret, sorry, Pershing engine, which is slightly worse than the T32's engine, so you're a little bit more sluggish. It also has the T32 stock turret. And so we're quickly going to compare the two really fast. Okay, turret armor 114, 76, and 76. Then we go to the fully upgraded T32. Ready? Turret armor 298, 197, and 152. The back of this turret is better than the front of this turret. So keep that in mind. Your turret's not going to bounce anything, but people see this tank and they think T32, don't shoot it in the turret, shoot it in the hull, and so you will still bounce shots because people don't think they're supposed to shoot you in the turret. And also, there is a mantlet which is awkwardly angled, and you'll get some troll bounces. I've had tier 6s pen me through the turret, and I've bounced tortoises off of this turret. So, you know, it's a troll turret. It's a troll. You do not depend on it. I'd say 75% of the time, the shell is going to go through. In fact, probably 80 or 90% of the time, the shell is going to go through. So don't depend on the turret. 3-round autoloader, that's the catch. That's the catch. 3-round autoloader with the same gun as the T32. So you have 218 millimeters of penetration, 320 alpha, meaning in 5 seconds, because you have 2.5 seconds in between each shot, in 5 seconds you can do 960 damage. And if you roll high, which I did a couple times in the montage, you're going to see you can do over 1,000. Aiming time 2.6, and like I said, you have an interclip reload of 2.5, so that won't really be an issue if you have a good crew, you have vents, you have brothers in arms, and you put some food on there like I have, you should be fine. You have 380 meters view range, so I put optics on. So my setup with brothers in arms, vents, situation awareness, case of cola, and 57% of recon, I have, I did the math, 471 meters view range. Once I get recon all the way, I'll have 476 meters view range. Now, if you decide not to go optics and you decide to put gun laying drive on, you're going to have a 2.08 seconds aim time, which is plenty for an autoloader, but you're only going to have, I think it was a 424 meters view range, so you won't reach the full 445, which really helps you being competitive in tier 10 games. That's about the tank in a nutshell. This tank is a single shot. This tank gets 5 rounds a minute. The T32 gets 6 rounds a minute. But, of course, this tank does, quote-unquote, have better DPM. Why? Because when you first enter a fight, you're going to be loaded, and you're going to be emptying 4 shots in, right? That's just how it is. You're going to empty your, 3 shots. 3 shots in. You're going to empty your 3 shots in, reload 25 seconds later, empty 3 more shots. And then, so you're in, let's see, 5 seconds plus 25 plus 5 is 35. 35 seconds, guys. You have fired 6 shells in 35 seconds. Meanwhile, this tank is 6 shells in a minute. Of course, like I said, you'll already be reloaded, so you'll be 7. 7 shells in 1 minute. 6 shells in 35 seconds. That's how, quote-unquote, DPM really works, is at the start of the engagement, you're usually loaded. So you're going to already have 3 shells ready to go. That's the usual engagement, but sometimes that's not the case, and when you're getting like Swarm, T32 will be better because it will survive longer, and it will get a shot off every 8 seconds if you have it fully pimped out. But yeah, let's go to the montage, guys. It's a long montage. It is 2 hours worth of me just playing this tank, and I have taken any time I ever shoot the gun, and anytime anybody ever shoots me, and anytime I die, and all the post-game results if I remembered to record those, because I think I missed 2 or 3 of them. But let's get to the montage, guys, so that we can see what this tank does in the battlefield, and then we will get to a live battle, which I've actually already done, because I realized my first take on the review was too long, and now I'm making it long again by talking. So let's just get into it, guys. Starting things off with my very first engagement versus a Panther 88. This is our first enemy, and as you can see, 1 shell, 2 shells. He thinks, I guess we are done firing, and then there's a 3rd shell. And yeah, we did over 1,000 damage. 1,042 is a fantastic first clip, and I'm going to show you this full first engagement so you can see how long it takes to reload and exactly what this tank can do. And then from then on, we will start speeding everything up so that we can get through everything a little bit faster, because like I said, we have a whole lot of stuff recorded for you guys. He goes down. Now, I was platooned with Ash Daddy at the time, but he got one-shotted as I was making this play by a Jagdpanther 2, who we're hopefully going to be getting revenge on, and that's what we're going to do, because now we're loaded. There's the Jagdpanther 2, and we have 1 shot, and 2 shots, and finally 3 shots, and we finish him off. That is what this tank does. Here's another clip. We've just finished reloading. We're putting 1, 2, and we just got shot in the side by a Bulldog. I don't think looks like I didn't show that, and we get hit again by a Tiger 2. Now we're going after this Bulldog. We're going to put 1 into him, and we're getting shot in the rear by everything else. Miss our next shell, but then we do finish him off there because we have 3 shots, and we go down. But we still make 197,000 credits because of 5,000 combined damage. Then here's a defender. We put 1 into him, and now we're going to be able to put any more into him. Let's see, aiming up a shot at his lower plate. That one misses, and then the next shell tracks him, and we get hit in the side by a medium tank. But now we're going to get our revenge on this medium tank. We put a shell into him, and we still have 2 more shots, and you're going to see them come into play. And we put 1 in the back of his tank, and now we're aiming up a shot underneath the tracks. And boom, we put another shell into him. 3 shots, 3 penetrations, and now we get to finish him off there. And with our 2 last shots, we're going to speed it up and go after this hammer, because we see him coming around this corner, and we put 1, and we put 2. No problem. And we're going to reload. And once we reload, we're going to go after him, put a shell into him, and he puts a shell into us. But we're going to finish him off, and he goes down. 3 shots, and he's dead. Next up is this T95E2. He's not looking at us. We put 1, 2, and finally 3. And now he's low on health. And we're reload. We put a shell on this T29. And we finish him off, and we have 1 more shot for this light tank. He thinks we fired. Oh, we got another one, and we only track him. But, you know, it was a good game. 4,000 damage, and 183,000 credits. Remember, I have surplus earn op on. Now, this happens a lot, too. Just because you had a couple good clips doesn't mean you're going to have any bad clips. And that's what happens here. For every good magazine you have one of these, where we go 0 for 3. But, you know what? Because of our autoloader, I was willing to take the 240 damage from this guy. So I poked up, put 2 shells into him, and then turned my attention to the 5100 because he's going to be giving me a good shot. And we're able to put a shell into him right there. Boom. And now that we're loaded, again, we're going to go after this Indian Panzer who completely doesn't realize we have an autoloader because we shoot him once. He's like, okay, then we shoot him again. And that's when he realizes, oh, crud, I need to get out of here. But it's too late, and we leave him on 0 hit points. Artillery just misses us. And now we're going to go after this captured King Tiger. We put 1 into him, 2 into him, and our last shell goes to gosh knows where. But now we're going to reload it once again. But here comes the T32. He rushed us, and he's going to put a shell into our hull. He was shooting gold, but he does get finished off by our King Dragon. And now we're going after this VK. And he's giving us a lot of his sides. So we put 1 shell into his side, and now we're going to put 1 into the side of his turret and bounce it off of him. So now we're going to put 1 into his lower plate, and we finish him off. As you can see, this tank is just devastating. Like, you just hide until you're done reloading. You put a 1 shell into the Tiger 2, put another shell into him. He gets finished off. So we're going to use our last shell to, in fact, instead go after this Indian Panzer who has 0, and we finish him off. And now, because we have 3 shells, I'm willing to fire shots like that, because now we have 2 more left. And I missed again, but it's okay, I still have another one, and we finish off the artillery. No problem there. Make 190,000 credits once again. This tank seems to make a lot of credits, not because, oh, and then you have, like I said, this is a tier 7, and we just can't hit him. And then this is the armor. We got caught out. I wasn't expecting their team to push all the way around that corner so quickly, because usually you get punished for doing that. Now you're going to be seeing me going after this Black Prince. We put 1 into him, but then we get chased back away by the 705, and then we bounce off a shell off the IS-3 going after the T29, and then we're going to decide to go for a reload. Don't be afraid to reload in this tank, guys, because now that we're reloaded, we're able to do this. 1, 2, and 3. He goes down. Finished off a tier 9 heavy tank, but that was an easy tier 9 heavy tank to kill. Now we're going after the 257. We bounced 1 shell off. I don't know if we bounced that one or missed that one, but he bounces off our turret, and we bounce off with our last shell. We do 0 damage. But don't worry, we'll go after him again. This time we've ambushed him. We're behind him. And 1 bounce. And 2 bounce. I feel like that thing is hard to pen when you're fighting the rear. And 3 bounces. And we're unable to kill him. And you're going to see this Chieftain T95 or Centennial T95 come after us. And he's got gold loaded, but he shoots us in the hull. And he bounces off. And we get finished off by the T32 from the rear. We make 10,000 credits, but we would have lost money guaranteed if we didn't have a premium account or surplus earn-up because we were shooting premium rounds. But now, this is another thing you can do with this tank. We fired, so he thinks, oh, he just fired. I can poke back out because he just fired. Yay, me. Oh, no, you can't. Boom, we put a shell into his turret, and you see shells bouncing off of our turret. It happens. Put another shell into that guy, and now we're going to put 2 more into this guy. First one tracks him, and the second shell goes straight in. Like, this autoloader is amazing. Now we're going after this tiger captured, or this king tiger. 1 shell. There's our second shell. He unfortunately went down, and we're going to fire our 3rd shell, or are we going to reload? These are the questions you have to ask yourself waiting for a shot. There's the shot, and it misses. And so we don't get that. But we're reloaded again, and we put 1 and 2. He goes down, and then we're going to go for the reload before we go after this Chrysler. But now that we're reloaded, look what we can do. We shoot straight for his tracks, and now we still have 2 more shots. And if he decided to fix his tracks, which he did, we could have tracked him again. But now we get to his side, we put 1 into him, and he gets finished off. And we still have 1 more shot left over for this guy, and we put it in. And now, because we're full health, I'm willing to just do this. Hello, he pens us, we bounce our 1st shell, but we don't bounce the next one. And he goes down. And now, once again, you're going to see somebody who shoots us in the hull instead of the turret. There's 1, 2, and 3. And that's all he had left. He must have shot it at someone else. And so we're going to speed this up. And we're only able to get 1 more shot into him before he goes down. So we're going to go back. And it looks like I didn't record the post game, and I apologize for that. But here's a game. You know, we were having decent teams. Teams that were good enough to stay alive. But this is what happens when you have a really bad team. A team that's camping in your base, and there's nothing really you can do about it. And that's what's going on here, is our team is sitting in the base. And so we're not able to do anything, and we can't pen the lower plate of the Chrysler, and we're getting swarmed. And because of the reload, if I was in T32, I could get another shot off. We go down, but we still make a little bit of money. Well, of course we should, but we didn't make much. We didn't shoot any premium rounds, but we still lost some money. Here's a poor T29 going to his turret. You can see the accuracy coming into play, but he does get finished off by artillery. Here's a beautiful magazine. 1 into the lower plate, 2 into the lower plate, and the 3rd one on the motherland is going to bounce off because he pulls back, and it looks like we hit him maybe in the turret. But here is a tiger. So you're seeing a trend here. 1 in, then we're going to bounce the next one, and then we're going to pen the last one. We keep going 2 for 3 with these magazines, which isn't bad. But look what we can do. Broadside of a KV4. Now, I'm debating whether or not I want to try to set him on fire or track him right here. And so it's like, what do I do? What do I do? So we do, in fact, track him. And he bounces off of our turret. And now that we're reloaded after we've hidden, we're going to put some more shells into him and finish him off. And that guy dies before we can reload. Now we're going after this AT-8. But I was caught out of position. I thought I was somewhere else because I got confused with the new map. It's not actually Manalovka. And so I get killed here because I was not where I thought I was. And we wind up losing that game. But here's a tier 10 game. We fire our 1st shell, missed the leopard one. That was my fault there. But you're going to see this guy go straight through the turret. He actually went straight through the mantlet. Now we're aiming one at the leopard one. I should have aimed that more, but I figured, you know what? It's a leopard. He has no cover. It should have gone in. We bounce the shell off the side of an E100. Then we bounce a shell off of our friend. And then we amp up at the tracks and we pen him, but we do not track him. But then we change positions. He doesn't expect it. And look what we're able to do. T32 would not be able to do that. He would shoot and then have to reload, and then by then the Superconk might have his hull around, but then we put a shell into that guy, and then we get flanked, and we get finished off by the bat jet, unfortunately. Now we're aiming up some shells at this guy, and because of that, I didn't realize their tortoises were already in position. Very fast tortoises. We get hit by one, and then we get hit by another, unfortunately there. But we were able to escape, but then we run straight into the IS-3A, who's sitting in our base because we sent nobody to the other flank. And now he's clipping us out, but we are able to survive because he shoots us in the hull and not the turret. Here comes a WZ. We ambush him. He had no idea we were here. We put 1 into him and 2, and then he does get finished off. And then now we're going to go after this light tank who got behind us. I knew that I had the health to take a hit, but he does manage to bounce off of us, which is great, and we finish him off. And then Prescott, he's about to go AFK, unfortunately, Ash Daddy, and because of that we are going to lose this game. It is an unfortunate thing, but it is what happens. He had to go. He was getting summoned, so he went. but he is able to finish off the Scorpion G before he goes, but now he's AFK. We fire a shell at this guy, and we miss, and we decide to keep our not reload because it was our last APCR shells. We fire and miss the next shot on this guy, and now we're going to try to get a shot. Oh, but he spots us, and the other Tortoise was pre-aimed for us, and they kill us, and we lose money, unfortunately, because we had to shoot premium rounds. And I didn't stay long enough on that post-game to really show what happened. I exited quickly out of that, so I showed you what I could. We put a shell into the IS-3 after missing. And then the next one, I don't know if that misses or bounces, but it didn't happen. So that's what happened. And then we're going to get this magazine. We miss. We go into the turret. And then the final shell, he stops, and we bounce off. So, you know, we've had some good magazines, and then we've had some bad ones. We track him there, and then accuracy says nope. And then the accuracy says okay. And we go 2 for 3 there. So a couple of bad starts, and then we reload in 25 seconds, and we're able to finish him off. Now, like I said, I'm only editing out the parts where I'm reloading. So this is raw gameplay. This is anytime I'm in action, is what you're seeing. And we went after this guy. I was loaded. I wasn't afraid. I knew we would out DPM him, even though he's got quote-unquote better DPM, because I was already loaded. I put 3 shells in, and now I'm loaded. And he only penned me twice. And he goes down. And then our next magazine, Clan Cologne guy, and make up some shots at him, and we finish him off and have another one left over for this guy, and he goes down. We go 3 for 3. Now we've decided this T29. First shell is going to track him and do no damage. Next shell is going to do damage, and then the last shell, just because, bounces off. That is what this tank likes to do. It is an autoloader, but now we're reloaded, and we're going to finish him off. First shell tracks him. We're going to aim these carefully now. That one goes in, sets him on fire, and he burns to death. And we make 138,000 credits. Not a bad game at all. Our next game and next clip is going to be a miss, and then a bounce, and then a miss. And we lose our driver because of it. You're going to be getting those a lot. But our next time we got a little bit closer to the enemy. T-34, 1 into his hull, 2 into his hull, and finally our last shell goes straight into his hull. So you're seeing a lot. This tank is devastating. It really is. Then we ambush the T-34, we change flanks, and we miss the first one, but we have 2 more, and we finish them off. Now this is what you do to tier 6s. 1, 2, and we would have finished him off. I mean, we would have put all 3 into him. This guy just fired. We counted it, or we saw him shoot, so we poked up. We put 1 into him, 2, and this is at this range, you know, your gun is usually going to hit, and we are able to. And we put 3 into him in quick succession. But now we're dying because I came over here to help our Oho, but he unfortunately could not hold on long enough. So we were able to clip that guy out for some extra end game damage, but that's all we're able to do. I tried to get to the wreck, but we weren't fast enough, and we get finished off, and our team loses. But we're back on El Haloof, and you remember that first magazine on our other El Haloof where we missed 3 shots in a row? This time, we hit 3 shots in a row, and we do a nice bit of damage. And then once again, 1, 2, and finally, hello there, Tiger. 3. He puts a shell into us, we put a shell into him. And now we're going to do it again. Ready? 1, and who's next? Tiger 2. 2. He bounces off our rear, and 3, because our engine deck he hit, and it bounces off. And now look, I'm willing to take a hit from this guy. Ready? He puts a shell into us, but we put 1, 2, and 3. And then we're fixed, and we pull back. Hello, thank you. Good game. And now we're going to track this guy. 1, 2, and 1 into his turret, and 3. Boom, there we go. Now I make a bit of a misplay here, guys, and you're going to see. I put a shell into him, and now I'm watching my right. There's an Emil too, but ready, watch this. Boom, somebody fired. I thought it was the Emil, and then someone else fired earlier, but it was not the Emil. He's still fully loaded. He puts 1, 2, and he finishes off with the 3rd, and we're only able to put 2 into him, and we go down. But, you know, we still won and did over 5,000 damage, and then now we're on the Paris, or Ravage Capital, and this game I decided to have nothing but gold loaded because I wanted to see how it did. So we have nothing but APCR loaded this time. And did I remember to look at the post-game results? I hope I did. Finish off the Tiger 2. Now we're going to put a couple shells into this guy. We put 1 into him. He tracks us. We're going to fix it, and not able to get a shot on him. So instead we're going to change our attention to this guy, and we don't finish him off, but we finish off the magazine. And now we're going to put some more shells into him. Hopefully, nope, we missed the first shell. Now we're going to poke up and put some shells, hopefully into this guy. 1 in him and 1 in this guy. We should have put them both in this T-54-E1. That's going to come back to haunt us in the later magazines. We're going to put 1 into this guy. Bounce the next one off the turret. I thought that would have penned, and the next one goes in, but now we get caught by the T-54-E1, who is a 1-hit, and he clips us out because we didn't shoot him earlier, and so we go down. But finally, I think this is the last game. It might be the last game. T69, this is the tank in a nutshell. 1, 2, and 3. GG. Nice bit of damage right there. Now we're loaded again. Take a hit from the IS-3. We're going to put 1 into him. Then we're going to aim for his tracks and disable him. And then we're going to put another shell into his tank. And 3. We put 1, bounce, and 3. 2 out of 3 ain't bad. Then we put 1 in this guy. Then we put 2. And finally, we're going to put a 3rd. And boom. And we're going to pull back to reload again. And then once we're reloaded, we put 1 into that guy. And then we're going to try to clip this guy out. But, you know, first shot goes into the magic space armor, bounces off, he pens us, and now we're 1 hit for him. But we're able to get another shell into him, no problem. And now we catch him off, and we finish him off. And we have 2 shots left. Are we going to use them? Yes, we are. We're going to go after this T32-A. First shell I'm going to auto-lock just to see if he's aiming my way, and he's not. So the next shell I'm aiming at his turret. And it goes instead into his hull, and we bounce off. But now we catch this guy, and I should put these in the hull, but I decided to put it in the tracks again, and then put it in the hull. I should have put them both in the hull. We would have been able to finish him off, but it doesn't matter for later. Now with super Pershing, we put 1 into him, 2 into him, and we're going to finish him off and have another shell for this T28 prototype, and boom, side of turret. Do not worry, little light tank, we did not forget about you, and boom, he goes down. Let's take a quick look at the post-game results. 4 kills, 4,700 damage, ton of experience and credits. Not bad at all. So, I really like this tank, but let's jump into a live gameplay just to see how it performs then. 1 take, no matter what, and that's what we're going to be doing. Alright, they found us. Ruinberg War. Team Destruction. Here we go. No base to defend, so that's pretty nice. It's a good thing. I hate having a base. And we are, in fact, the top tier. No problem whatsoever. Now, yesterday, yesterday I mentioned that the ammo guys shoot nothing but premium rounds, and that wasn't true. I meant that guy. I couldn't remember the guy's name. It was True Blunt or True Blue or something like that. That guy shoots nothing but premium rounds, not the whole ammo clan. Now that that's off my chest, let's continue. So what I want to do here is get into the town, guys, probably around this mound, and just ambush. Alright, just hello there. Every time I reload, poke out, do 960 damage with my 3-round autoloader, and then run away, and then pull back. So I've got this bog horror. He should be the guy who takes the hits. Oh, we have 50 less hit points than the T32 as well because we have the stock turret, but we do have the same hull, so that still gets us a bit of some hit points. Not a lot of hit points, but enough. Actually, it is pretty decent amount. Yes, look at my tank. It is beautiful. You wish you had this tank, don't you? Yes, yes, you do. They have a brick, so we already win. Rip them. Indeed. Those of you who don't know about the brick, it's bad. Don't buy it. Well, this isn't a review about the brick. Actually, we could kind of review the brick here if we fight the brick and just be like, watch this, guys. Alright, and... See that, OI? Oh, come on, OI. I just shot. Poke back out. A lot of times you'll find people who just don't realize you have an autoloader, and you'll shoot and they'll poke right out. It's funny. That's what I've been finding anyway with this tank. Let's see where everybody is. Comet. This is where the optics come in handy, and this is where teammates don't. Let's go. Come on. Put a couple more shells into this poor OI. Yes, I know, you're right there. Oh, see what I mean about teammates? Like, come on, dude. How hard is it? Okay, this is the same KV4 who blocked me earlier. Interesting. I don't understand. I gave plenty of room to my left, and he decided to just plow through. Why did my... Hello, tank? Okay. I have a new controller, so I figured that wouldn't happen. Ah, he shot me in the turret. He's not stupid. However, his tank is really bad, so... This absolution needs to absolutely get out of my way. Thank you. Teammates, man. Teammates, they're really good. I love them. You gotta love them. You gotta love your teammates. I don't understand. I don't understand why people can be stupid. Like, okay. There is a full health brick, which I need to kill. Okay. You does. Why is everybody shooting HE? I don't understand. Oh, I'm playing in the morning. This is what's going on. I've got all the 6-year-olds who are on right now. 1, 2, 3. There we go. Alright, fantastic. He's down. Let's continue. continue up this. And hopefully shoot someone in their face. We're gonna be reloaded, dude, and then you're gonna die. You know this, right? You know this to be true. It's nothing you can do about it. You're going to be dead. Yes, you're dead. You're as good as dead. Okay, you you can shoot me too all you want. Okay, I gotta aim this one then. There we go. And pull back. There's an SP-1C there? Oh my gosh. And he was invisible. Alright. We're gonna continue. And hopefully not get rushed while I reload because our team is all dead. Oh, the oddest. There we go. See what this tank can do. And let's reload. Let's reload. And let's go after that guy. Okay. We can do this. We can do this. So far, so good. If we can kill that already, we're tied back up. The vengeance needs to go. I poked up a little bit too early. There, that's okay. Okay, I can't quite get my gun on that guy. But you know what? It's gonna be worth though if I can kill this vengeance. Oh gosh, darn. Phew. I might have to shoot his upper plate at this angle. Alright, we're gonna load gold for him because clearly my gun doesn't want to hit. Alright, we're going to load the premium rounds, which this thing has 265 millimeters of premium pen, which is very good. But you don't buy a premium tank to shoot premium rounds unless, of course, your name... I'm not going to say. Let's continue. Let's continue. And try to win this game. So I loaded the premium rounds, but now... all we have to shoot at is this guy. But I suppose that's okay, because now he's dead. And we're going to go after this brick now. Or the Yag Tiger. We can two-shot the Yag Tiger. He's the one we should go after. I think that would be the wise thing to do. Pew. Pew. There we go. Alright. Reload. And then we're gonna continue. Like, this tank is amazing. Look at it. Okay, Bog Horror is still full health. Well, not really, but he's still very, very healthy. No problem. No problem, he says. And he's got a good gun. A decent gun, considering his pref matchmaking. Okay, he's down. Now we go like this, and track. Hey, buddy, you bought the wrong tank. You should have bought this one. Should have bought this one. It is a strong tank. Go back to standard, and now we're gonna go after the Udes, who's probably running. So we're gonna try to catch him. Intercept the Udes, ladies and gentlemen. That's what we're gonna try to do. Wow, 6 kills. Oh, there he is. Run, Udes, run! Yes, good. Run to me. Run to me, Udes. Run. Run to me. Why are you standing? Why are you staying and fighting? I don't understand. I don't understand. I will sit here and I will die. I will sit there and win? Is that what he's thinking? Is that what's going through his mind? I will sit in the open of the map and win. There we go. There's a good Udes. There's a good Udes. Hello. Sunshine, you're dead. Good game. Boom. This is this tank in a nutshell. Would we have done better in the T32? Some situations, I think, definitely, but most of those situations, like against the poor OI, that was sad for him. Against the FE4202, you know, against the brick, against when we were able to kill the Otis and shoot a couple shells elsewhere. Like, yeah, I think in this situation, this tank was better than the T32. We had a pretty nice game. We shot a couple clips of premium, so we only make 128,000. Only 128,000. But you have to remember, I also have surplus earn up. But yeah, there it is, the tank. 2,060 base XP is not an ace right now, guys. People are playing this really, really well. Like, really well. This was probably an ace for this guy, because this tank is awful. But Anyway, that is the T32-A Proto. I hope you guys all enjoyed. If you did, slap that like button, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what you guys think of this tank if you already have it, and if you're planning on picking it up, if this review helps you in your decision making. Thank you guys so much for watching, and it's been a wonderful 2018, and I will see you guys in 2019. Take care, and peace out.